Hi everybody, this is Mark Fournier, and I'm glad you could join us today for our little gathering and our opportunity to discuss Raise the Bar and how it might have an effect on your life. Most of you, anyone who's gotten on the call at this point has already heard a little bit. Almost without exception, they've heard the following main points. One is that we're feeding starving children and helping to create a better world. Another is that we're providing an enormous amount of free training, development, coaching, and live support to our teams. They've also probably heard that we have a product that can be used personally, that the same product we use to feed these children, this highly nutritious, micronutrient, bioavailable bar can also be used in your own life, that it's something you can use to as a part of a weight management or a weight loss program by using it as a meal replacement or as an energy bar for those who have a lifestyle like my own where we're constantly on the go. I'm traveling, I'm doing seminars, I'm finding myself frequently unable to stop and grab a decent, healthy meal, and those of us who don't want to just put anything in our body, we just go without eating, and then we get to have the sugar crashes and all that go with that. So it's a product that can be used to replace a meal for folks who are going to end up missing a meal otherwise. Many folks have also heard about the fact that this training and development support program also combines the use of teams and puts us in these small groups of no more than 6 individuals with 2 team leaders, so that averages 1 person for every 3 individuals, and it allows them to interact with others, like-minded individuals who share their passion to make a difference and their commitment to personal development and growth. And I'd say probably the 5th factor that most folks hear about is the fact that they can actually generate revenue being a part of this process, literally being paid to develop, train, grow, being paid to be coached, and being paid to tell folks about these wonderful bars and how we can feed these starving children. So I love to just say, in other words, they can make a living making a difference. And so my feelings are that any one of those is enough reason to become involved in the program. For those of you who are listening and you find that you're interested in more than 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe all 5 of them, this may be strike you the way it did me when I first heard about it, and it was something that rocked my world because I had spent my whole life in personal development and growth. Running the Center for Empowerment, I had also spent much of my life trying to figure out how I could share these tools with a broader audience. We've been working with big companies, and IBM and Boeing, Motorola, and as well as with individuals, wealthier entrepreneurs, and so on. But we hadn't found a way to offer our complete Mastery Series program to the average individual because it costs about $1,000 a month. It's about $12,000 worth of training. And when I heard that there was a program that allowed individuals to not only, if you buy one of these amazing bars, you can also buy the nutrients that go into the bar. You can use these bars to in your own personal life as well as the powders that go in. You can buy them in capsules, and every time you buy a bar, one gets donated to these starving children. And when I heard about just that part, I was pretty excited, but when I also heard that they had come up with a way to compensate individuals who wanted to go beyond either just donating these bars to the starving children or beyond just purchasing the bars for themselves, but they wanted to share this information with others and tell others about this wonderful opportunity to create a better world and perhaps also generate revenue to gain all this training and development. It occurred to me at that point that if I were to sign up myself, I could afford to take all of the training and development tools that I've developed over all of these years, and I could give them away for free to anyone who signed up and became a part of this program. What that means is a box of these bars is at $2.50 a bar, which is pretty cost competitive, especially if you knew what was going into these bars. There's no bar in the market that offers this much nutrition for that price. But that comes to, for a bar a day, that's 30 bars, which is $75 a month. But for that $75 a month, what I realized is you could not only feed yourself, but you could also save the life of a starving child, and you could receive $1,000 worth of personal development, training, coaching, and life support, all for that same fee. I thought, well, how could anybody say no to that? And that became my life's mission, was to package that and create an offer that. And it's based on, in fact, if you want to switch to our social enterprise slide, it's based on originally the simple concept that they came up with for Tom's shoes. That was a simple enough idea. You buy a pair of shoes and we'll donate a pair of shoes to a child who doesn't have any shoes, who can't go to school, or they get ringworm without having shoes, and so on. But we've taken it so much further. Now, yes, if you buy one of these bars, we'll donate a bar to a starving child. This is even bigger than putting shoes on their feet. These children there are over 200 million severely malnourished children in the world, with one dying at a rate of every 6 seconds, 6 million dying every year. And we're actually saving lives. One of these bars, as you can imagine, in fact, just since we started speaking, nearly a dozen children have already perished from malnutrition and starvation. And so if you think about it, just one of these bars can make a difference in your own life. You can cut out easily 400 calories a day if you use it as a meal replacement, but it can literally save a child's life that day. And so the thought that we have something that is that can make this kind of a difference, and we can make that available, and that you can also gain all the training and support that we offer, the development, all of this for that same $75 a month fee. We felt like this could make it something that would be irresistible. And that more or less took us to the next point, which is that there's no selling involved. This bar, it is highly nutritious, and when we say it's a bioavailable product, that means that your body will assimilate every single microgram of nutrition in this bar. It doesn't go straight through like most of these products do. Your body uses every bit of it. It makes an enormous difference. And if it helps to get a better picture, when we think of starving children, when we think of children who are starving of calories, but that's actually only a small fraction of the children in the world who are dying of a form of starvation, which is malnutrition. And in fact, malnutrition is so huge that even here in America, 1 out of 5 children in certain parts of America don't know where their next meal is coming from. And when they do eat, almost 50% of the children in America are malnourished because they're eating empty calories, and they're finding that it's a serious issue when we look at the obesity rate in North America. And we think, how could this be possible? I mean, look at how these children are obese. How could they be malnourished? And it's because of the food that they're putting in their bodies. And so you can start to be a little creative and imagine what you can do with these bars in addition to using them for your own health and fitness. Again, whether it's as a weight management or weight loss device, or whether it's as an energy product to keep you from missing meals when you're on the go. But in my case, I use it with my children. I use it when they come home from school. The first thing they want are snacks. They've been gone 3, maybe 4 hours without eating, and I'm starving, and dinner's not ready, and it always was a real challenge, especially with my son, who has a real aversion to healthy food. I mean, if he could, he would live on nothing but French fries and cookies, I suppose, but I don't keep those things around my house, and so there was always a big challenge. And when we started bringing these bars home, it solved everything. Suddenly, I now have something for them as a healthy snack, but even more than just healthy. These snacks are actually healthier than just about any meal that I could make for them. They have so many nutrients. In fact, just this morning, I walked into the other room, and my son was there, and he was stuffing his face with these bars. There were wrappers all over, and I had to tell him, listen, you'll overdose on this stuff. There's too many nutrients and vitamins in here, and I had to limit him to only 2 per day, which I'm happy to let him eat that because of the nutrition. But I can tell you that for someone who's just looking at the bars alone, they'll find that this is a product that you can use in your own life in many ways. And for every bar, again, one gets donated for every one you purchase. But now it goes beyond that. If you start to look at the kind of support that you'll gain when you become involved in this program, we build teams, and these teams are they're populated with people exactly like you, individuals who are interested in creating a better world, who want to make a difference, individuals who are involved in personal development and growth. They want to master their lives. They want to master themselves. They want to become better leaders and create better relationships and conquer fear and all these wonderful skill sets that they'll learn with our program. So you get to be surrounded finally with people who share your thoughts and feelings and your passions and your commitments. And it, in fact, is part of why this program is so effective. This isn't our training. It's not a book. It's not, we don't just say, here, read this and good luck with that. It's not a seminar. We don't just say, here's some good ideas, good luck with that either. We take it to a level of mastery, transformation. We create habits that will change your life forever. And we do it through a process that I personally have been developing for over 30 years. These programs have been tried and proven. We found out what is required to master something. And mastery is just another word for habit. And so what is it? What does it take to take these concepts, some of which you've been familiar with, but it hasn't become a part of who you are? And how do we help you master them? And we've got a formula for that. And part of it is by being on a team where there's accountability. We call it gentle accountability, where there's others who are sharing their thoughts and feelings, their commitments, their goals. Well, here's what I'm taking on this week, and a week later you all get back together, and so how did it go? What did you take on? Well, here's what I did. They do so much better when there are others asking. And the fact that you have 2 leaders per team of 6, that's 1 leader for every 3 people, also asking you, so how did it go, and what have you been up to, and how may I support you? So they're even more productive, more effective, and a greater chance that they'll master the tools. But we have other things that we've built in to help them create these habits, spaced repetition. We have each student becomes a leader. They become a team leader. We train and develop because we found that teaching these principles to another is one of the fastest ways of driving them permanently into your own life and these skill sets. And so there is according to the feedback we get, there's no more powerful program out there for creating permanent, lifelong transformation. And that's what we're about. It's the other half of this organization. One half is creating a better world, and the other half is creating heroes, creating individuals who will not only be heroic in terms of changing the lives of starving children, but also changing their own lives. You will, as a part of the program, you'll figure out what are your passions, what is your purpose in life, and you'll find out how would you get from where you are now to living the life of your dreams, the life that truly fills and satisfies your ultimate passion. And we support you in every step of the way of getting there. We actually tie it into the program we're using. We have one of our key top leaders in the organization owns a huge accounting firm, but his secret love is performing. He loves to sing, loves to do Frank Sinatra seminars, concerts. And so he started, he just put on a benefit concert for the organization and performed all of Frank Sinatra's standards, and to a room filled with friends and business associates and family, and we taped it, and he had a blast. We raised a bunch of money, and we decided we're going to do that every year. There'll be the Ralph Picker benefit concert, and we'll bring in even more performers and turn it into something who knows how big it could be. So you'll learn how to use your imagination to accomplish the things that you're interested in doing, and use your imagination to really live your dreams, and you will learn how to truly be a hero. And this is a hero in every area of your life, as a parent, as a spouse, as a teacher, as a business person, as a leader. We have so many opportunities to be true heroes, but most folks don't really understand the process, and it doesn't occur to them that they're only one character trait, one choice away from being a hero. And so that is definitely one of the goals we have. And I love, there's a quote from Christopher Reeve. You can see the one on the screen right now, the idea that an ordinary individual can be a hero, and we want that to be a part of your life. And if you'll go to the next slide, there's another one that's that I think is probably even more famous, and it's so many of our dreams at first seem impossible. Then they seem improbable, and then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. Well, our goal is to take it beyond the will, to actually help you bring these dreams to life. And hopefully one of the dreams is to create a better world, and doing it through the program and through feeding starving children is a wonderful way of doing that. And so this is a part of what we're up to. We could go through the rest of the slides, and you'll just see that it's really just fortifying the idea that every one of us can be a hero, that it comes down to making choices, and you'll learn how to do that. You'll learn that your commitments will define who you are, and they'll tell you what choices you need to make in order to be the person you wish to be and to build the future you wish to build. And then we'll show you how to make those choices day in and day out, how to look at every choice you make throughout the day and remind yourself, this choice will define me. This choice will determine whether I whether I create the habits that will take me to where I wish to go, or whether I'll create the habits that will take me in the opposite direction. And each choice becomes a much more important and powerful part of your life, and it becomes almost impossible to make choices that are disempowering, especially when you have the support process that we've built and created in this program. And so the goal for us is to create an opportunity for you to, yes, feed starving children, yeah, create a better world, and to also create a better life for yourself and for your family. And the thought that there is finally a way for every one of us to do this and to make a living in this process, well, for me, that is the dream come true. And so that's the business model, is very simple. The organization that manufactures these bars, they have taken their budget that they would normally spend on marketing, advertising, fundraising, paying commissions, paying social media experts, paying for better SEO, and instead of spending it on all those various outlets, they said, we'll just give it to you. We'll give it to anyone who wants to just tell the world about what we're doing, and we'll give you the fees. If you find someone that you wish to enroll in being a part of this, we'll pay you a fee for that. If they bring in someone, we'll pay both of you a fee. And if they bring in someone, we'll pay all of you a fee. And they based it on a simple network marketing program, but it's the most powerful compensation plan that we've ever seen. We are not a network marketing group. Raise the Bar is a leadership management organization. Our goal is to help each of you become empowered human beings and to help you become empowered leaders. And the part that involves enrolling others is actually a tiny little piece. In fact, we have a compensation chart we created that shows how an individual can be totally self-sufficient very quickly by only enrolling 3 people. And if those 3 people enroll 3 and so on, and it's all just based on just 3 people, in a matter of months, they can be supporting themselves through this process and do so without ever selling one single person on one single thing. In fact, we say right off the bat, there's no selling. We don't want you to sell anything. The truth is, what we're offering, which is essentially for $75 a month, you're receiving a chance to feed starving children, to save a child's life, 2 children per month for that fee if you like, or you can save that child's life and you can use the additional box for managing your own health and fitness or caring better for your own family. For that $75, you're also getting $1,000 worth of training, development, coaching, and support per month for that same $75. So the goal is to say, wait a minute, if somebody is interested in making a difference in the world, saving lives, in their own personal health and fitness, if somebody's also interested in personal development and growth, and they know what the cost can be, especially if they start bringing in live coaches and training and being a part of teams and proven curriculum, and they could get all of that, $1,000 a month and so on. They could get all of that for $75 a month. There's no selling. In fact, if you need to sell someone, you're talking to the wrong person. What we found is we just look at our little list of who we know, who we care about, our family and friends, and we ask, who do I know who's got a book full of self-help books, who goes to seminars? Who do I know who's volunteering for something every other chance they get? Those are the folks you share this information with. In fact, we share it. All you need to do is just say, hey, I saw something that's amazing that'll blow you away. You've got to get on this call, and we'll call we'll call our team leader, and they'll explain it to you. So not only do you never sell, we don't even sell. You just call and we do what I'm doing right now. We just talk about it. We share it. And the folks who are in alignment with these commitments and values will do what I did. I heard about it, and within 5 minutes, I just said, I'm in. I'm in. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I never looked back. And the folks that I brought in my case, I brought in way, way too many. Within 2 days, I had 24 people signed up and already involved, and I needed to start signing up more leaders so that they could help me train my people. And I stopped, and I could sign up 1,000 personally because they've been through my training before, and all I have to do is call and say, hey, you know that training you paid all that money for? Well, I've got the entire program, all of it combined, for $75 a month. Of course, they'll tell me that they paid so much more in the past. But we've made it so that this is either something they've been searching for, or if it's not, then we let them know it's there if they change their mind. But for me, it's been like walking into a cancer ward and just saying, I've got the cure for cancer. There's no selling. They just say, hey, I'm in, and they line up. So we have opportunities for whether you're an individual to do this or you're a company. We have churches signing up. We have pastors signing up, and then they sign up their congregation, and then they use the funds to donate these bars to their orphans. In fact, some they get the bars are brought in, and then since they are paid a fee for signing up the congregation, they use the fees to cover some of their expenses. We have other nonprofits doing that, and companies who are now using this. They bring in their staff because they want their staff to experience the wonderful feeling of making a difference in the world as a part of their organization, feeling good about themselves. They want their staffs to be healthier, so they want them having access to these bars. And they also want to have their staff trained and developed. And so what's wonderful is they can get all of that, and they can go out to the public and put out their press release that they're now a social enterprise. They can have these amazing developed staff for $75 a month per person. So you can probably start to imagine all the possibilities. And I think this is probably a good point for me to step off and ask Deanne if you have anything you'd like to add or ask. I've been kind of winging this thing, so I don't have a script in front of me, and I may have missed a point or two, but let's see if there's anything else that I can add to help.
Thank you, Mark. I really think that this was an amazing, amazing outline of everything that's offered. The combination of feeding children and making a difference, helping yourself with your own health and wellness, surrounding yourself with powerful, like-minded people, getting coached yourself, and having the opportunity seriously to make a perpetual lifetime income in helping and supporting other people is just indeed the opportunity of a lifetime. And I really think that you've done an amazing job of sharing it. It's well done. Seriously.
Well, thank you, Deanne. And what I will say is, for anyone listening on the call and imagining yourself being involved, this little conversation we just had, as I mentioned, I didn't have a script in front of me. I was, in fact, trying to even remember what was on the next slide. Deanne did have a couple of those prepared, but this ends up being just a natural conversation. It's so simple. What happens for those of you who become involved, all you do, again, is you simply share that you're involved in an awesome program. It can be 30 seconds, just enough so that someone says, yeah, I'd like to know more, and you say, let's just get on a phone call. And a phone call sounds pretty much like what we just now did. And as you're listening, you're learning. And after you've been on a half a dozen calls, you start saying the same things that I'm saying, or the person who is your leader. And eventually, you're the one they're calling, and you're the one who's giving this exact same information. And that's the best way of learning it, is you just listen. And we have folks listening right now, and they've already heard this a few times. And every time I say it, I probably say a little more and a little more quickly. I say more in less time, and it's probably a little bit more effective. And it's a simple way of mastering this process. But you don't even need to be a master in the beginning. You just need to get them on a telephone call and let us explain it. And one day, you'll know everything that we do. And you'll find that it's all right there in front of you anyhow. We have our website. We have tools that you can access. The manufacturer of the bar, they've got tools. They've got videos. So between their videos and their seminars, their webinars, and between ours, it doesn't take long for someone to fully understand what's available and start making this a part of their life.
Great. Thank you very much, Mark. This has been recorded and will be available to any of our team members that want to share it. Thank you, and create a great rest of the day. And you know I learned that from you.
Yes, you did. And you are amazing. Not only an amazing student, but you've become an incredible instructor and trainer. And I'm proud to have you, Deanne, on this call. And for what it's worth, she was one of the very first people I called, and I didn't call to ask if she wanted to be involved because I already knew. I had already set aside a position for her because there was no way that Deanne would have let something like this pass her by. And you know someone like that too. Someone who you know, they're just going to go, of course, I'm in. And she not only said I'm in, but within a few days she had a half a dozen people already signed up herself. So that'll happen for all of you.
And what's even more exciting is that we are going on a mission trip to Mexico to actually experience firsthand being in the presence of these children. No, I just got emotional. Whose lives are being saved by this program. So really looking forward to that with the team. So thank you very much, Mark.
Oh, thank you, Deanne. Thanks for putting on this call. And Deanne could have actually done this call every bit as well as I, and I'm honored that she still lets me chat away a little bit. But soon enough, she won't be calling me anymore. And you'll all be in good hands for those of you who work directly with Deanne. She's an amazing instructor, an amazing trainer, and wonderful support partner. So hopefully she'll be creating just as many support partners and trainers of her own, and everyone will be taken well care of.
Oh yeah, we've got a few of them on this call. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Bye
you,
for now.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.